Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena here. You're watching our video review of the Satechi Smart TV Box. Essentially, it's a digital media player that converts any television to a smart TV so you can have access to a wide array of functions, and it's powered by Android. It very much looks like a wireless router due to the antennas in the back of the unit, but the design is pretty good. You have some sturdy materials, a brushed aluminum casing, giving it a nice premium taste, but it is rather hollow. The only notable thing that's on the front side of the unit is an IR receiver, which works in conjunction with the included infrared remote control so you can navigate through the interface. Along the left side, we have a full-size SD card slot, so you can increase its storage capacity. It has 8 gigabytes of memory, and of course you have 2 full-size USB ports, so you can use flash drives and also other peripherals such as a mouse or a keyboard. And finally, in the rear, we have several different things. So we have an on and off switch to turn it on and off. You have an Ethernet port, so if you don't want to use the wireless and Wi-Fi connection, you could always go with a hardwired connection. You have one optical audio jack right here connection. You have the HDMI port, an audio port here, a micro USB port for service and support, and finally the power connection. So here's the accompanying remote that comes with the unit. Now it's powered by 2 AAA batteries. Sadly though, they don't come include the packaging, so you have to pick them up yourself. The remote control is pretty basic. You just got to remember to point it right at the unit just because it relies on an IR connection. And you have some basic controls here. You have a numerical pad, some media controls, some of the Android menu buttons, and a navigational pad right here. So as far as navigating around the interface, it's okay, but it would be better if there was a Bluetooth connectivity with the unit. Unfortunately, it doesn't come incorporated with that, but it has the USB ports, and it says that it's able to actually work with several different USB Bluetooth adapter dongles. So if you have one, you could use it, but the thing with that is that you have to actually pick up the Bluetooth drivers for Android 4.2 and install them, and for the average consumer, that's going to be a process in itself. Once it's connected to a television setup, this is the interface that we're greeted to, and we gotta say it's pretty convincing, unlike some other smart TV interfaces out there. Now, it is running customized version of Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and it works really well with a television. You can see how it's laid out. On the left side, you have different panels and really nice layout in general. One of the cool things about the Satechi TV Box is that it has access to the Google Play Store, so you're going to have access to the wealth of applications, services, and even games that's available on pretty much any Android device. As for navigating across the interface with the remote, it could be a little bit of a process just because you always have to remember to point the remote towards the direction of the unit itself so it receives the connection. But the worst part about it is just inputting text. It's just a pain in itself. What you got to do is actually go to the keyboard. Once the keyboard's up, you got to use, just move around the layout to actually input all the stuff you want to. And naturally, it is, if you're going to type something that's pretty long, it's going to be a pain doing it. Naturally, the focus of the Satechi TV Box is all about the media and also social networking aspects. So that's kind of incorporated into the home screen here. You could tell Facebook, you have Flickster apps on board. If you go to the video section, you could see all the video services that are preloaded with the device. You have access to YouTube. You could search for content. And of course, if you have stuff stored on a USB flash drive or network, or they're stored in a network, you could even access that through the unit itself. Now, if you have an older high-definition television that doesn't have a smart function to it, or if you don't have a gaming console that might add that option, the Satechi TV Box is something you might want to consider, especially knowing that it gives us the full Android experience on the big screen. For those of you thinking about picking up the Satechi TV Boxes, it retails for $110. Now, when you think about that price point, it might seem a little bit high considering that it just adds a smart function to TV. Some people will be content picking up the cheaper Chromecast, but then again, you don't have the full Android experience with that. Some Blu-ray players provide smart functionality, but the interfaces tend to be a little bit more watered down and you don't have access to the Google Play Store. Our biggest concern is just navigating across the interface with the remote control. It's just a process in itself, and who knows why they couldn't just incorporate a Bluetooth adapter into it. It would just solve a lot of things for a lot of people. Granted though, you could always go with a hardwired mouse or keyboard to fix that, but then again, most people would prefer having a wireless option. So if you guys want to learn more about the Satechi Smart TV Box, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. It's John V. Thanks for watching.